After the first half, it was a very difficult first half for the producers in South Africa. There were a lot of safety stoppages, and a lot of producers were really running well below where they would have liked to be in terms of the underlying mine production. So I think people might be surprised that we're forecasting a slight increase in South African supplies this year. And I think that to understand that, what you have to look at is the fact that our numbers don't reflect production. They're numbers for supplies to the market. They're for platinum sales. And of course, that's not, as well as underlying production, those numbers can also be affected by movements in stocks, which might be refined stocks held by producers, or might be changes in the quantity of platinum in the pipelines at refineries. And so what happened in the first half of this year was that although underlying production was down at many mines, in fact, most of the major producers sold a little bit more platinum, and that's led us to believe that this year as a whole we'll see a slight increase in overall platinum supplies from South Africa. Now, outside of South Africa, it's been a much more positive picture. In North America, we're seeing a return to normal after a year-long strike at Vale Inco, which affected production quite badly last year. And so we're seeing a recovery there in platinum output. And in Zimbabwe, I think the Zimbabwean producers have reason to be very proud of what they've achieved, because the Zimplats operation is doing very well. It's running at around full capacity, as is Mimosa. And Anglo Platinum have brought on stream the new Unki mine, and certainly in the first half of this year it was running ahead of plan and doing extremely well. So we've seen quite a good increase in platinum output.
In the autocatalyst sector, very strong demand from heavy-duty vehicles. And this is in North America primarily, where companies have had to renew their commercial fleets after putting off the decision during the recession. And as they've renewed the fleets, all the new vehicles have to meet tight emission standards, and so they're carrying a complex series of catalysts, all based on platinum. Industrial demand this year is going to be a record, and we're talking about electrical, chemical and so on, an all-time record, driven by growth in all sectors, but particularly in the glass industry, where platinum is being used to produce liquid crystal display glass for TVs and computer monitors, and in the chemical industry as well, where you have good growth from Asia for products made by catalysts made from platinum, and also in petroleum refining, where capacity is expanding in both North America and Europe.
And then in the jewellery sector?
Well, jewellery growth is there. It's not very big this year in gross terms. The European markets and the Japanese markets are a bit weaker because of the higher price and because of a bit of a slowdown in consumer spending. The real growth is coming from China and India. China's the major market. The Chinese trade is very positive about platinum, and with the recent price fall in September, they went heavily into purchasing platinum for stock. And in India, where we're coming off a low base, good promotion is beginning to show results, and there'll be good growth this year.
And why would you say hunger for investment has decreased slightly?
I think in terms of platinum investment, the volatility of the price and the dips in the price have prompted some liquidation from, say, the weaker holders of exchange-traded funds in particular. But to offset that, you have got some pretty strong core investment holdings in the whole exchange-traded fund system. Interest in Europe this year in investing into the funds, the disinvestment has come really from North America. And supplementing that is the fact that the strong yen and the volatility of the price has encouraged Japanese investors to buy platinum bars this year too.